What's going on YouTube? StealingLikes here, and you guys have caught me once again handing the cookie jar out here trying to snatch me some likes. Today, bringing another ranked randomizer, as I got the numbers 9, 15, 28, 8, 4, and 12, which turns into Greninja, Trevenant, Rotom, Exatu, Arcanine, and Jellicent. So a little bit of an interesting team, as I'm bringing 2 water, 2 fire. However, I do have dual type for both water and one of the fire types. It's really different in my opinion. We're going to see how it works out, as I am going to run 2 back-to-back today as well. Unfortunately, I was going to bring a battle against another PokeTuber today, but due to schedule constraints for them, it turns out that we're going to have to do that one tomorrow, so I'll be bringing that tomorrow night. So in the meantime, you guys will get to see me go on either random slaughter sprees or randomly get slaughtered. I already hit that challenge button, so we're just kind of waiting to see who comes up and what they have, as this is a team that I could most definitely work with under certain circumstances. I get a battle with someone from, I can't even say, Japan, and they brought Kangaskhan, Manectric, Gengar, Tyranitar, Charizard, and Gyarados. So we're playing Guess Who That Mega Is. Now right off the bat, I don't expect Kangaskhan. Because, well, I mean, it could be Scrappy Kangaskhan. I figured that out, you guys. It could be Scrappy Kangaskhan, which would make the ghost typing not all that helpful. Manectric is going to run rampant here, as I do have a lot of water types. I have a lot of water weaknesses, actually. I almost have to bring Trevenant due to the fact that I see Manectric coming. Tyranitar, Gengar. Gengar is going to be next to impossible to kill right here. I really don't want to see Gengar. Let's see here. Yeah, Tyranitar and Manectric make me want to bring Trevenant. Trevenant will resist some Manectric's electric type attacks, whereas it's going to be able to deal out super effective against the Tyranitar. And if that's not Mega Gyarados, no, never mind. That's not true at all. Rotom would be the one for Mega Gyarados. Let's see here. Special attacker, physical. I'm not going in order if you're wondering. Physical attacker, special or physical. So, part of me wants to bring, let's see here. I need to bring an attacker of some variation. So, I could bring Curse Body Jellicent, will be able to deal decently with everything but Gengar and Manectric. I do expect Gengar to lead, so I could go Greninja. Greninja is an option. Yeah, so I think I'm going to lead, lead there, Jelly there, and Rotom. Yep. So I brought Greninja, Jellicent, and Rotom. Not the best lineup to play my opponent with. I can already see that being a problem. Now, I brought 2 water types too, so Manectric is really going to enjoy this. And I already know Manectric came. I already know. So let's see what my opponent is thinking. No, they lead with Manectric. So Manectric is going to want to do electrified things to my face. I'm thinking about just going straight for the U-turn. I'm going to go straight for the U-turn. I don't think Manectric is faster. It might be faster. That might have been a mistake. But I already did it, so we're going for it. Did that say their name is No-No? I think I've played this person before. It's been a long time, though. It's been over a month. Now, which Mega did you bring? They could have brought all Megas and then potentially decided to use the Mega that would assist them the most. Alright, so getting off the U-turn here. My opponent does not take that well. Obviously, Greninja's still packing a Life Orb. Now, Trevenant should be... I didn't bring Trevenant. I brought Rotom. Okay, so Rotom is going to resist. Now, the Wild Charge, not really a major concern here. And I don't think that this Manectric is going to be much of a problem as long as I keep Rotom around. Out pops Gengar. Now, Gengar is a beautiful, beautiful thing to see right now, as Most people recall that Rotom in its standard form is a ghost. They go for ghost type attacks, which they're neutral. Rotom can handle one. But I'm going to get the burn off on this Gengar and then go straight for the Hex. Unless they switch. They do not switch. They go straight for the Shadow Ball. Rotom is going to live it. And then packs in that Will-O-Wisp to obviously get off residual in case my Rotom doesn't stick around, which would not be ideal at all. Go for the Hex, which if I live, super effective damage, going to be 130 base power. It is not stab, but it should be enough to take this Gengar down a notch. They might foresee that and switch into Kangaskhan if they brought it. As I do kind of expect a scrappy Kangaskhan somewhere in here. Now, they go for yet another Shadow Ball, which is obvious because it could be a 2-Oko. It is not. I get the Hex off. This should be a dead Gengar, though, as Gengar does not want to handle that at all. So, I actually take a small advantage, very, very small advantage right here. My opponent's going to go out into somebody. Manectric. Alright, so bring Manectric back out just to get the kill on Rotom. Part of me wants to go for the Will-O-Wisp just because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm going for the Will-O-Wisp. So, yeah, here comes the Wild Charge. It won't kill us both because I have next to no hit points, and my opponent clearly has about the same amount. Or at least I think they have about the same amount. Yeah. So, nothing really big there. As I'm going to go back out into Greninja and go for the U-turn. Now, I don't know if my opponent packed Kangaskhan or not. And I don't know if it's scrappy. Now, this should be dead. I think I switch first. Oh, it does paralyze my Greninja. So that's a bunch of no good. Possibly should have gone for the Scald, since I know I'm faster. But I will have to live with it. I'm forced to now. So, out comes my Jellicent. I don't think my opponent had anything else I was really too terrified of, but Tyranitar would pack Dark-type moves the Jellicent doesn't like. Even though this Jellicent will wall well, it's not going to deal a differential that I really want to see. But I'm really expecting Kangaskhan. Really, really expecting Kangaskhan. There's the Kangaskhan. So, I'm going to go for the Will-O-Wisp to reduce its attack. Probably followed by a Brine. Or I could switch back into Greninja and try to get off a hit before it dies. Because Greninja is not in a good place right now. So, yeah, it seems like a bad idea, but a good idea. Because once I burn this thing, it's not going to want to deal with the problems. My opponent, if they're scrappy, they don't want to Mega Evolve. Which really helps. Because scrappy, they're probably going to Power Up Punch here. And then attempt to turn some momentum in their favor. They Mega Evolve. Well, now I have to stick around. They probably went for a Sucker Punch? I mean, I know Kangaskhan gets special attacks. I'm not afraid of any of them because of its ridiculously low special total. So, Kangaskhan went for the Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch obviously failed. Not really a good time for my opponent right here, as well, a switch, which is the only thing that my opponent can, or a Sucker Punch, which is the only thing my opponent can hit with, really, on this Jellicent. I'm not going to land on the Jellicent when I switch into Greninja. Obviously, this Kangaskhan is going to be faster. However, I can priority switch my types. Oh, it went for the EQ. Okay, so that should be a dead Greninja. Oh, it's not. Well, that's shocking. That is very, very shocking. Now, here, and this is going to look like a really weird play, I'm going to Shadow Sneak for priority to change into a Ghost. As long as the move goes off, I'm sure they're going for an attack, a physical attack, something like a powered-up punch, a return. They will attack straight through me, just like I'm going to attack straight through them, which is kind of the idea. I want to get my typing into a better situation and kind of weigh out my possibilities here. So, There goes my Protean. I'm now a ghost. I can't affect them. Oh! They went for rocks. I didn't expect that. This is a totally different Kangaskhan than I expected. So, my speed falls twice. But I am getting the burn damage off, which is really the idea, as Brine would be really helpful in this fight. Now, Scald isn't really necessary. Night Slash, it's between a Night Slash and a Scald. I think Kangaskhan doesn't take special hits as hard as physical, so I'm going to go for the Scald. I'm so slow that I can't outspeed. The EQ is probably going to kill. However, I do get quite a few turns of burn off before my Greninja goes down. I was trying to be tricky there. It didn't really work to my advantage the way I thought it would. The brine will not happen yet. So out comes Jellicent, who not going to be able to Hex, unfortunately. I would really love to see a Hex right here. They might go for the super effective Sucker Punch. Alright, so if they Earthquake, I'm going to take that really well. If they Rock Tomb, I think was that attack, I could take that pretty well. I'm going to go for another Will-O-Wisp predicting the Sucker Punch. I'm just being all kinds of tricky right here. I want to get my Brine up to full 130 power before I start beating people with it, because if I'm going to risk a Sucker Punch, I might as well make it worth it. Now, my opponent and I in really interesting spots right here. They might Rock Tomb to reduce Jellicent's speed, but they're already faster, so that really won't affect anything. If they decide that they want to go with an Earthquake, it's going to be neutral. Oh, they failed the Sucker Punch. I go for the Will-O-Wisp, predicting that, obviously. Now, they're probably not going to go for another Sucker Punch. They're probably going to go for something like an Earthquake. So now I'm going to use the Brine. They do use the Earthquake, as predicted. They probably think I'm trying to burn stall them out. However, not the case, as I am just going to get as much good damage off as I can. And my Jellicent takes down Mega Kangaskhan with a little bit of an assist from Greninja. That was a really fun match. I had a lot of fun with that match. I had a ton of fun with that match, actually. So, I go up 1-0 right there. But we're going to keep it running here. We're just going to keep running straight through. I'm just going to go ahead and skip saving. I can't save because my verse recorder is full, and it's got so many matches in it that I just love. I might end up actually recording them and then deleting them from the verse recorder. Man, I have a problem. Anyway, so I'm going to take this team back into the randomizer. Nobody told me yesterday if they wanted me to bring different teams in the randomizer or the same team, so I'm going to stick with the same team and just do 2 random matchups in Battle Spot while I do double randomizer days. Now, tomorrow obviously won't be one. I'm pretty sure I have something else planned for Wednesday and Friday as well, so you will only be getting 1 randomizer matchup on those 3 possible days, maybe 4. I'm trying to plan something out for Thursday too. So, we're going to see exactly what can go down here. Now, obviously we want to continue battling. Oh, you guys got to see a nice little preview of my Pokemon in the wings. Once again, same Pokemon. I've been working on them forever. Now, I'm going to go ahead and hit the challenge button. Obviously, in the last fight, that wasn't a standardized team, as I would put it. 6 Megas, quite possibly all carrying Mega Stones. Was not expected at all. But, I don't know, I'm really shocked. I didn't see Mega Charizard. I was terrified of seeing Mega Charizard, as the problems are real against Mega Charizard. Here we got, that's Garchomp, Gliscor, Chansey, Klefki, Kangaskhan, and Blaziken. Wow. Okay, so right off the bat, I see that I have to bring water. I have to bring the Greninja. Greninja has to come. There's no other option. So Greninja's going to come out first, followed by, who would I follow this with? I want to bring Trevenant. I really want to bring Trevenant, as it's going to resist a lot that's going on right here. The Gliscor, if it's Stalwall Gliscor, they typically run Earthquake, which is a real pain, so Trevenant would be able to handle that pretty well. Not Garchomp, That Garchomp is a whole problem. I almost have to, I want to bring Jellicent. I really want to bring Jellicent. I can't. I don't think anything over there sets up rocks, so I'm not bringing Xatu, as Xatu is not legitimate against this. Rotom would resist the Magnezone. It would not resist... well, it's immune to the Earthquake. But Gliscor can pack stones if it's not a stall wall. Garchomp is more likely than not packing some kind of stone. Arcanine. Arcanine could come. Arcanine could have fun, because Arcanine can pop that Intimidate for me. We'll see how well that goes, as this is almost all physical attacking except for that Magnezone. And that Magnezone would hate to see Arcanine. So, we're going to go with that. Decided way faster in this battle than the last one. Now, why? I don't remember looking at where Y's from, unfortunately. I always like to see like what continent the person I'm playing against is from. Or I should say what country, because country and continent are separate there still. But I like playing people on different continents. It's fun. So they do lead Blaziken. And my only question is, do they pack a Protect? Do they pack the Protect? I'm not certain. I'm going to go for the Scald. I'm not going to give away a whole bunch of tricks right here. They go for the Protect. Okay. Now they should outspeed. As of right now, they should outspeed. This could be Baton Pass Blaziken. I'm really doubting it. Really, really doubting it. So, Blaziken now fast as can be. Would you go for a fighting type attack here? Would you? Because I can outspeed you with priority. Personally, I would go with a fighting type attack here. Alright, I'm going to go for the Shadow Sneak. They withdraw. They did not like seeing Greninja out here. So I'm going to give away one of my secrets against a Chansey. So this is just going to make me a ghost. It's not going to do anything good. It's all bad. It is all bad. Now, Greninja, I'm going to U-turn you out of here. This is now officially not a situation I wanted. So, getting the Greninja out, going into probably Trevenant. Trevenant feels right for this. As it's going to be able to pack the power-up punch right in on this Chansey. Now, my opponent could go back out into their... What is that thing called? It has a name. Their Blaziken. Wow, I forgot who Blaziken is. That's special. But yeah, my opponent could go back out into Blaziken. It could hurt my feelings. But it's all good. It's all good, because the power-up punch here is just going to start really... Oh, you are just a whole stall team. Okay. So, maybe they baton pass speed in an attempt to do other things. That would be my guess. So, here comes a power-up punch. Not protect. They could double protect, but it's not useful here. But I'm going to go for the power-up punch, try to get my attack up, because obviously this thing is just trying to heal in my face. And eventually I'll be a +6 power-up puncher, and I'll just murder it. Because I don't expect the Toxics to kill too terribly well. As me packing that Citrus Berry, it's going to take a while. Especially if I start harvesting. That's the thought process that I have right now, is this isn't the worst Pokemon on the planet to poison. It protects, obviously. So the Protect stalling, I am actually going to live with. Now... At this point, I'm going to pop that Citrus Berry, eat that up, just a whole bunch of nom-noms right there. Do I recover it with Harvest? I don't on that turn. Now, they Seismic Toss for no apparent reason. I am going to get some decent damage off right there, get my attack boosted again. They're obviously going to go into a Protect on the next turn. Now, at the end of this turn, I do not harvest my berry. That is a whole problem, as I was relying on it to do things. But I am just going to go straight into the power-up punch. I know they're going to protect. I'm probably dead. Oh, they soft boil. Oh, well, I am going to get some damage off, as they might have expected a switch there. But I can't switch out without the berry. Like, it would be a ridiculous, ridiculous idea. It's as good as not having the Trevenant. So does Trevenant go down? Trevenant does go down. Sorry to see Trevenant go. Ooh, I could have used some sunlight right there. Now, Arcanine or Greninja? Arcanine or Greninja? Arcanine, are you packing anything for this situation right here? You are not. Greninja, I know you're not packing anything for this situation. I need to keep you around for Blaziken. So, I'm going to go into Arcanine. Obviously wasting an Intimidate here. I don't know what I want to do this Chansey. I think I'm just going to go for, like, the Flamethrower. Actually, I don't have Flamethrower. I have Flare Blitz. Flare Blitz is not helpful right now. Flare Blitz is not helpful at all. But it's my only stab. I only pack one stab. I don't think I normally pack more than one stab. So, not too terribly shocking. Chansey is going to take that relatively well. However, it is going for the Toxic this turn. I already knew that. Oh, and it misses. That's something I didn't expect. As I am once again going to go for the Flare Blitz. Hoping to knock this Chansey out. Now, it's probably soft boiling here because it has to. It does not live. I was shocked. I thought it lived. It looked like it was going to have just like a little bit of health left. As they probably go into Blaziken. Because Blaziken wants... Oh, they go into Garchomp. Well, Mr. Chomp Chomp, I'm going to go for an Outrage. So, my opponent putting up a sub, which I'm obviously going to bust through with little to no problem because I'm using a super effective physical attack. That is beautiful. I am loving that moment right there. And I highly doubt they're switching out into Blaziken to take this Outrage. I mean, I don't see it happening. I don't even have to hit a button. That's nice. So they go for the EQ. Super effective. Gonna kill. Because I didn't get the Intimidate off on this thing. I'm going to murder. Now, the whole reason they didn't swap Garchomp out in front of my Greninja is because they were afraid of the super effective Ice Beam. This is not a special Greninja. I've been working on one, but this isn't it. Now, I'm tempted to go for just a straight-up Scald. I'm going to go for a straight-up Scald. I mean, it's not all that bad. Oh, they go straight into Blaziken. Blaziken is going to take a ton of damage off of this, as they probably are predicting the Ice Beam. This is going to hurt Blaziken's feelings. Yep, that is a Blaziken with a lot of hurt feelings. Oh, it's Focus Sashed. Well, isn't that nifty? So, I'm just going to hit the Shadow Sneak button for a minute, as they're probably going to go for the Protect. Yeah, they go for the Protect. I don't particularly care, due to the fact that their speed boost can go as high as they really want it to. Eventually, I'm going to hit with the Shadow Sneak. Eventually, it's bound to happen. So, I have to hope that my neutral Scald is going to murder this Garchomp. I don't think... It doesn't seem like it will, as this is a physical attacker. The only reason I packed the Scald is because it's same power as Waterfall, I believe, or at least it's around there. But it packs the ability to burn, and with the typing, it also makes it so that I don't have to pack all physical moves on this Greninja, because most walls are physical. So, obviously going to hit with the Scald first on this Garchomp. The only question is, does the neutral Scald... Oh, he subs up. So the subs up, I don't care about the sub. I don't know why you would sub. Unless... Is it possible for Garchomp to have pressure? I was just going to talk about this later on in this week. But it's possible that Garchomp's doing other things. Or it's trying to get me to drop my health with my Life Orb. But I am going to go for another Scald. They might go for another sub. Oh, they're faster. What is this? What is this madness? How did I think that they weren't faster? I don't know. But I do lose. I go down 1-0. That was a good match. 2 great matches back-to-back. I had a lot of fun with it. I got to do a couple tricky things, as people don't normally see Greninja pack the particular moveset that it has, mostly due to the fact that most people take advantage of the higher physical or higher special, depending on how you train it and what natures you give it. But good games. I hope you guys enjoyed this. And I want you guys to make sure and drop a comment down below about my play. Also, make sure to bring a like, as Wonder Trade Wednesday is coming up. I would really love to bring it this week. Now, in addition to that, 2 decisions for you guys to make. One is, post down below who you want me to bring to my subscriber survival lock for my 30 Pokemon box. But in addition to that, Mike told me I should bring Lopunny or Pikachu. I'm thinking about bringing both or one or the other. You guys decide. Just drop a comment. In that comment you're going to drop below, make sure to let me know, should I bring Pikachu? Should I bring Lopunny? Should I bring both? And who you want to see me bring. But without further ado, I'm going to get out of here. I will see you guys tomorrow night.